Hello students, welcome in another lecture of subject highway engineering. In previous lecture, we had discussed some geometric parameters of highway or some terms of highway. In that, first we had discussed the shoulder of highway, the portion of roadway between outer edge of pavement and inner edges of the top surface of embankment are called as shoulders. That is the portion between the outer edge of highway and the inner edge of embankment is called as a shoulder. Then the next term is side slopes. The slope given to the sides of earthwork of a road in embankment is called a side slopes. See in this picture, there is a side slope to the road. Then next term is berms. The portion of land width left between the toe of road embankment and inner edge of barrow pit is called as a berm. This is the berm of road. Then next is a spoil bank. The bank constructed from the extra excavated material of the road is called as a spoil bank. Then borrow pits. The pits which can be dug to use the material in that pits for construction is called as a borrow pits. Then next is a curbs. The boundaries between the pavement and shoulder or footpath is known as a curb. This is the curb of road. Then there is a three types of curve. First is a low and mountable type curve. Second is a semi-barrier type curve, and third is a barrier type curve. Then next is a formation level. The reduced level of the finished surface of earthwork for a road in embankment or for a road in cutting is called as a formation level. That is the one finished level of surface of road is called as a formation level. These terms we had discussed in the last lecture. Now in this lecture we are going to discuss the next parameter of geometric design of highway, that is a camber. Now see what is a camber. The convexity provided to the surface of carriageway is called as a camber or cross slope. The convexity which can be provided to the surface of carriageway is called as a camber, or the rise given to the center of carriageway above its edge on straight portion of the road is called as a camber or cross slope. That is the rise which can be given to the center of carriageway or given to the center of a road above its edge on a straight portion of road is called as a camber. Now see this picture. In this picture we see the camber of a road. Now see at this, there is a some slope to the road. This slope is called as a camber. You see this yellow line. At the yellow line, there is some slope is provided to the both side of roads. This slope is called as a camber, and the edge of this slope or inner edge of this slope is called as a crown. Hope you all get what is a camber. Next point is purpose of providing camber. Now see what is the purpose of providing camber, or why camber is provided on the road. First purpose is to drain off water from the road surface as quickly as possible to prevent the entry of surface water into the subgrade soil or into the bituminous pavement layer. That is to drain off the water from the road surface quickly and prevent the entry of water into the road pavement. The camber is provided. Now see in this picture, When rain is falls, then water on the road is quickly drained out due to this slope, and the water does not enter into the pavement or the subgrade material. Then second purpose is to regulate the vehicles into the proper lanes. Due to camber, the vehicles are goes into the proper ways to improve the architectural appearance of the roadway. To improve architecture appearance of the roadway, the camber is provided. Hope you all get the purpose of providing camber. There is a three purpose of providing camber. First is to drain off the water, then second to regulate the vehicles into the proper lanes, and third is to improve the architectural appearance of the roadways. Now the next point is types of camber. There is a four types of camber. In that, first is a composite camber, second is a sloped or straight camber, and third is two straight line camber, and fourth is barrel camber. Hope you all get this definition of camber. First, remember what is camber. The concept of camber is what? The convexity provided to the surface of carriageway is called as a camber or cross slope. Remember this definition of camber. Convexity which can be provided to the surface of carriageway. Now we can see the types of camber. Now see the types of camber. There is a four types of camber. As we see, first is composite camber, second sloped or straight camber, third is two straight line camber, and fourth is barrel camber. Now see, first composite camber. What is meant by composite camber? The definition of composite camber is the camber which consists of two straight slopes from the edges with the circular or parabolic crown in the center of carriageway. It is a crown, is missing in that. The chamber which consists of the two straight slopes from edges with the circular or parabolic crown in the center of carriageway. It is a composite camber. That is, the composite camber is consist of two straight slopes with the edges and having the circular or parabolic crown at the top. This type of camber can be easily constructed and maintained. Now see, it is a composite camber. In that, the shape of camber is two straight slopes. It has a two straight slopes. It is a two straight slopes of camber at the distance 2/3b, 2/3b. It is the half width of camber or carriageway. In that, 2/3b is the straight slope. Then in another side, 2/3b is also straight slope, and at the middle the shape of crown is parabolic or it is a circular. Hope you all get the composite camber. It consists of two straight slopes. It is a two straight slopes and from edges with the circular or parabolic crown. The crown is circular or parabolic. It is composite camber. While explaining the diagrams, please see the cursor of mouse. We get this point. Next is sloped or straight chamber. Now see what is a sloped or straight chamber. The definition of sloped or straight chamber is when two straight slopes from the edges join at the center of carriageway, then such chambers is known as a sloped or straight chamber. When two straight slopes from the edges join at center of carriageway, such chamber is known as a sloped or straight chamber. In composite chamber, there is a parabolic or circular shape on the crown, but in sloped or straight chamber, there is no any parabolic or circular shape at the crown, that is at the center of carriageway. Then it is a two straight slopes which can be meet on the center of carriageway. It is called as a sloped or straight chamber. Sloped or straight chambers. Such chamber can be easily constructed and maintained. Sloped or straight chambers are easily constructed and maintained. Such type of chamber are provided in case of cement, concrete, road, where very flat cross slope is required. Sloped or straight chambers are provided in case of cement, concrete, roads, which can be required a very flat slope. Now see, this is a sloped or straight chamber. In that, two straight lines are joined at the ground. It is a road surface. It is a road edge. Then next type of chamber is two straight line chamber. Now see, two straight line chambers. When chamber consists of two straight lines, steeper near the edges and flatter near the crown of carriageway, then such chamber is known as a two straight line chambers. Now see, what is a two straight line chambers? It has two straight lines, which is one is a steeper near edges and flatter near the crown of carriageway. Now see, it has a two straight lines. One is a steeper near the road edge and second is the flatter. It is a flat near the crown of carriageway, and it is a have distance 0.5 b and 0.5 b at the both sides. This is a two straight line chamber which has one straight line which can be steeper near the road edge and second is a flatter near the crown. Now next type of chamber is barrel chamber. Chamber which consists of continuous curve, either elliptical or parabolic, then such chamber is known as a barrel chamber. The chamber which has the continuous curve, either elliptical or parabolic in shape, then such chamber is known as a barrel chamber. This is the barrel chamber. One is the elliptical barrel chamber and second is the parabolic barrel chamber. Now see, it has the continuous curve. First has the continuous curve of elliptical shape. Now see, we can draw the curve like that. It has a continuous curve and the curve of shape is elliptical. From this straight line, we can easily draw a elliptical shape, that is, it is a elliptical chamber. Now the width is b, then the distance of chamber is x, then it can be divided like that. From the road edge it is a 0.35x, then at the road surface it is a 0.65x and near the crown it is a 0.87x and distance is b by 4, b by 4, b by 4, b by 4. This curve is get raised after b by 4, then it is get raised after b by 4, then it is also get raised after b by 4. Then next is parabolic barrel. See, it is a parabolic barrel. When we can See this figure. In that the shape of this camber is in parabola. That is, it is a parabolic camber. It has the height near to road edge 0.52 x, then at the road surface 0.75 x and 0.89 x, then near to the crown 0.97 x, and total height is x. Then it will be get raised by b by 5, b by 5, b by 5, b by 5, b by 5. You all remember these diagrams of camber. When in exam, when the question is asked like that, what is a camber, and gives the types of camber, then you have to write the definition of camber, then write these all types of cambers and explain this with the diagrams. Now after camber, the next point is design speed, or the design speed of vehicles which can be travel on the road. Now see the definition of design speed. The maximum safe speed of vehicles assumed for geometrical design of highway is known as a design speed. That is the speed which can be assumed while the designing the highway, or while design the geometrical design of highway. This speed is known as a maximum safe speed of vehicles. Now see, the design speed depend upon the following factor. While designing any highway, we can assume one speed which can be safe for the vehicles which can travel on this road. Now while designing this speed, this speed is depend upon the following factors. First is class and condition of road surface. What is the class of road? There is a three class of roads: class 1, class 2, class 3. In that, which class of road, then condition of road surface. Then second is the nature and intensity and type of traffic. Second factor is nature, intensity and type of road. What is the nature of road? What is the intensity of the vehicles on this road? And type of traffic, that is, which types of vehicles are travel on this road. This is the second factor which can be considering while designing the speed. Then third is type of curve along the road. Which type of curve is provided to the road? This is the third factor. Then side distance required for the road. What is the side distance is required for the road? It is also considered while designing the speed of road. Then next is nature of the terrain. That is the nature of the area, or the nature of terrain means the land, or which type of land is having for construction. It is also depends the design speed. Then next is structure of the road. What is the structure of road? It is also affect the design speed of the road. Now see the IRC specification for the design speed. What is the IRC specifications? First for national highways and state highways, and the national highways and state highways with plain areas, then rolling areas. Rolling areas means the areas which can be have up and downs. Then hilly areas, then steep areas means which can be have the slopes. Now see, for national highway and state highway, plain area, the speed rolling is 100 and minimum is 80. It is a maximum design speed, rolling is, and minimum is 80. Then major district roads, it is a 80, 65. Other district roads 65, 50. Village roads 50, 40. Now for rolling areas, national highways and state highways, the maximum speed is 80, minimum 65. Major district roads 65, minimum 60. Other district roads maximum 50, minimum 40, and village roads maximum 40, minimum 35. Then for hilly areas, national and state highways maximum 50, minimum 40. Then major district roads maximum 40, minimum 30. Other district roads maximum 30, minimum 25. And village roads minimum 20, sorry, maximum 25, minimum 20. Then at steep areas or the roads with steep slopes having the design speed for national and state highways maximum 40, minimum 30. Major district roads maximum 30, minimum 20. Other district roads maximum 25, minimum 20. And village roads maximum 25, minimum 20. Hope you all get this.